If you guys watched yesterday's video, then you know that today is the day that Autumn gets inseminated. Good morning, guys and gals. Welcome back to Toops Time. You're watching our daily vlog series called The Daily Grind, and this is episode number 25. And yes, today is the day that the tech comes out and finishes this process to get Autumn inseminated. Hopefully it takes. I'm not going to show every bit of the ooey gooey details, but I will show you some because we are going to be putting a compilation video together of this entire insemination process. But we are getting everything ready a little bit earlier today because we want to be done with the milking about the time that he shows up this morning. So let's go ahead and get started. It is a chilly 50 degrees this morning, and it feels like it's a little bit colder than yesterday, but yesterday was upper 40s if I recall. As you can see, this is another morning that we are starting whenever it is dark outside. So we're heading over here to get this milking bucket from the barn. But today we have to watch Asher a lot more. And that's again because Jessie's going to be dealing with the flowers today for the wedding on Saturday. So she needs all the help she can get. And that is mainly me taking care of our little boy, which is not a problem for me. I love him. I just don't usually get a whole lot of work done because everything that I have to get done is pretty laborious, and he likes to play, not labor. I do teach my little boy to work, don't get me wrong, but there's only so much a 2-year-old can do and so long that he'll do it for. But we're all done with the grass for the venue. I really wanted to get started priming those benches, which I found something else I needed to do. I'm going to go ahead and remove at the request of my mother-in-law, which isn't the main reason I chose to do it. I started looking at them, and these Bible holders that are on the back of the benches, I'm like trying to make things easy on myself with this refinishing process. And if I just leave those on there, then it's one more thing that I'm going to have to paint around. And I was going to try to hand paint them rather than get the sprayer out. So if I go ahead and remove those book holders from the back of them, then I'll have a solid surface to paint on the back instead of all these boards to paint around. And it's one less thing that'll be able to collect water and potentially rot the benches out. So I'd like to remove those today and possibly get started priming. But if we don't get to that, maybe it'll be more entertaining for him to go out into the sheep pasture and drive some posts. But basically I have this huge, I don't want to call it a honey-do list because it's not something my honey told me to do. Maybe a daddy-do list. I've got this huge daddy-do list, and whenever I'm watching Asher, I just try to pick the thing that lets me do a little bit of work while also entertaining him at the same time. So maybe hanging out in the pasture would be a little more fun for him. We'll see. What else I'd like to do, I don't know if it'd be before, most likely after I'm done milking, and maybe after the AI process. Got this screen. It was brought to my attention, which I thought of this a while back. It just didn't seem to affect it too much. But the plastic bags that I'm having kind of sit to keep bugs out of those teat cups could potentially, start collecting, which I do change them out every few weeks, but it is one more avenue for bacteria collection. And with these here, this is just a regular window screen, and if I put this and tape it over the teats instead, it'll allow airflow to constantly go through that tubing and help dry it out as well before the next milking. I think it'll be a whole lot better. So we're gonna try this out. Morning, girl. How you doing? You off for your cycle yet? And you've been acting crazy. This girl does not know how to handle a heat cycle very well. The first one she came into, I was calling all the cow people I knew because I thought she was just sick. I thought she contracted something. She lost a little bit of weight. She just wasn't eating very much, you know. And it was a scorcher, her very first one. It was really hot outside. But this is the third one since then, or the second one since then, I believe. I definitely know she's going into heat because she starts acting real ornery, bossy, and then the obvious signs of her being mounted and things. But Autumn, today you're gonna get pregnant, hopefully. Fingers crossed. These girls, I'm thinking January, possibly, is our potential date to start the insemination process on Olive and on Hazel. Hey girl. Oh, Missy. Are you a morning girl? You happy? I'm just honestly out here killing time for a minute or two because I don't want Autumn to be stuck in the stanchion for 30 minutes plus. And it's right at a little past 7. Usually takes like the whole process maybe like 15 minutes to milk her. And then she's usually in there eating still while I'm cleaning everything up. But I did just see her poop and pee, which is good. I typically like to wait for that before I let her in, but I would hate for her to just be sitting there waiting. I don't want her to get all antsy whenever he's about to inseminate her. I want her to be calm, so I'm gonna give him a little more time to head this way before I start the milking process. I asked him, he said it's cool if I'm still in the middle of milking her whenever he shows up because he's got a few things to do anyway, so. I think Autumn knew something was different. We are just finishing up milking and he's just pulling in, so this is like perfect timing. See if I can clean this off real quick. This is the nitrogen tank that all the semen's stored in. We're gonna be going with royalty semen today. So the other day was like the third time she's ever pooped in the stanchion. And just now she pooped twice in the stanchion. I cleaned it up so that he could walk in here and now it's nasty again. Oh well. Now I'm out of water. She's gonna be getting anxious here shortly because she's out of food. Used all my water to clean her stanchion when she pooped the first time. So I ran down to the pond and got a bucket. About to try to get rid of some more of this poop. All right, girl. So I will say earlier, she don't normally let me like touch all over her. She's a nice cow, but she's not like, she don't really like being loved on. And I went behind her because she had poop on her tail and I was cleaning it off and her tail lifted up like she was ready for it, you know? So that's a good sign. I guess that's probably would be standing heat for her. And she had some marks on her side, like probably rode her last night. Yeah. So it's a good sign. This may take. And her head's in. If you need to get closer, you can just move this out the way. Right, okay.
This may take 5 minutes, and this may take 5 seconds.
Okay.
Just depends on the cat.
I didn't get that water for you to drink, Missy. Really? Yeah, good deal. Good deal. I know she's got a very calm demeanor, so I figured it wouldn't be too big of a deal. All right, we're all done with the breeding. We are gonna head up to the house, get this guy paid, and he's gonna be back in 28 days or so. 28 days or a little bit after, depending on our scheduling, to do a blood test to try to check her as quick as possible so that we know that she took or not. That way, if she didn't take, we'll know very soon so we can go ahead and try again. So yeah, I think that we were about as close to perfect on timing as we can be. Autumn always lets me touch her. She's not a cow that really likes to be loved on all that much, but she lets you touch her. She's not scared of you or anything. She's just a very docile cow. But I clean her tail anytime I see poop on it or anything like that while she's in the stanchion. And usually when I do, her tail stays sucked up to her butt. And in order to clean under, you just kind of have to pull at it so that you can get under it, because she keeps it sucked tight to her. Well, today I was outside of the stanchion and waiting on Nick to get here to inseminate her. And she had a little poop on her tail, so I was just gonna get it all clean before he got here. And whenever I lifted her tail, she just lifted it right on up, like she was in a standing heat, ready to be bred. So I think that the timing was good. And Nick's very confident that he got the semen where it's supposed to go. He does it all the time, so let's just pray it takes. That'd be great. I'm gonna clean this poop off of me and off of my shoes with apparently ice water. Holy cow, that's cold. And then we are head on over to the barn and get this milk strained, because I'm ready to eat, starved out. We're gonna head back out to the ceremony pews and start removing those book holders from the back like I mentioned earlier. But before we do that, it's going to take me quite a bit of time to sit there and unscrew this stuff by hand. So I'm taking this cheapo screwdriver. I'm going to cut this body of it off. That way I can get up in my drill and this will go a whole lot quicker. Lock and load, boys. Oh yeah, it's great. It's working like a charm. Just finished removing all these book holders and my brain got to racking again. So when I plan just to remove something and throw it away, but your OCD brain starts kicking in the whole time you're unscrewing these, saying, what can I use them for? I mean, they're not just nailed together, they're actually slotted out and built quite well. So I thought, hey, we can just bring them inside, use them in different locations to put books in or magazines or whatever the case may be. Can even make little products to sell out of them. Another thing that I thought of, which I think is a better idea, is putting them together. Whenever you put them together, you can glue all the joints, screw them together, put a hole there, a hole here, and maybe even put a rope going from one hole to the other. So now you have yourself a box instead of burning pile of garbage. And then all you would have to do is run this through the saw and cut that flush so that it sits down on a table just nice. Put flowers in it. Maybe can use it for something for the wedding venue, who knows? Yeah, a whole lot better than just chunking it. Someone spent their time making this. I'd hate to just burn it. Yes, it's taken, 8 minutes or so, and making that bit for my drill saved me about 40 minutes over there. And a lot of forearm achiness, because those screws were in there and they've been in there a long time. They weren't coming out easy. Alarm just went off. Got to head over to the barn and get this milk out of the freezer. So if you remember, these are the backs to all these pews, and since it's got a foam cushion underneath, we decided we're going to go put these in our attic to act as a kind of cruddy attic floor, but an attic floor all the same. It's a whole lot better than having to completely worry about stepping right through the sheetrock. So, and it's going to add a sound barrier and maybe a little bit of insulation. Care more about the sound barrier than anything, because again, we've got a tin roof and spray foam insulation. Spray foam is a great insulator, not very good sound barrier. So instead of just chunking these, not like a amazing solution, but no one's gonna see it. They're ugly, but it's gonna help a little bit, I think. Let's load them up. Well, I was hoping we'd be able to lift up with the tractor and get it to at least the bottom of that deck where I could just reach over and grab them from upstairs, but no luck. We're gonna have to bring them upstairs. So we'll just go in through this side door and start hauling them up. Who's out there? Asher? Asher who? Daddy. You want me to let you in? Yeah. Look up and smile at me. Hello! Come on in. All right, you gonna help me? All right, now we gotta load these T-posts into the bucket so we can start working on that sheep paddock. before we run them any more paddocks, we're going to make this very outside fence that fences in their entire area. We're gonna make that 3 strands just because I don't trust that dog. I mean, just a second ago, the first time I've ever seen her in these paddocks, she just hopped over the 2 wires to come see what we were doing. Whereas this 3rd wire seems to be a little more intimidating to her. So we're going to just run this around the entire exterior, which won't take very long. And then we're gonna start hammering in stakes for the separate paddocks. Do we work good together?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're helping me a lot. We've already got from the gate to that corner, from this corner all the way down to that corner done. We all done with this wire for now?
Yeah.
Who we going to see?
Mom and Dad.
Mom? Okay.
Hey, Mom.
I think Mommy's working on some flowers, but she can tell you hey for a minute. That sound good? Sound good? All right, got 3 sides done. We just have this long stretch to go. If I can come out here by myself, well, while he's napping, this actually won't take all that long. It takes a lot longer with him. Ready? You ready?
Yeah.
Just put little man down for a nap, so I'm gonna head out there and see if I can't finish running the rest of that wire so that I can start working on the individual paddock fencing, which is gonna start with me hammering stakes in the ground. Thanks a lot for all the extra work, Peppa. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Well, the very first interior paddock is complete. About to trim a little more grass off the line, and then I gotta weed kill the line, but it's pretty much complete. I'm about to see if I can't call them over here and let them in.
Hey guys, so I just made it over to the barn. Cody's got Asher. It's about 10:45 in the morning. About to start on all my arrangements. And I just want to give y'all a sneak peek of what that's like. I'm sure I'm gonna be over here for several hours today, but I don't mind it. It's really probably the best part about doing these weddings that I enjoy, so follow along. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna be working on are these bouquets. So I already have the flowers out and lined up to go ahead and start making the bridesmaids bouquets, as you can see here. So I have garden roses, quicksand roses, some avalanche roses, white stock, majolica spray roses, eucalyptus, seeded eucalyptus, and some filler flowers. So let's start putting them together. Okay, all the bridesmaids bouquets are done. Aren't they lovely? So pretty. Okay, so now I have all the flowers out for the bride's bouquet. About to start putting it together. And I'll show you what we come up with. Turned out really lovely. These are not in the bridesmaids bouquets. Those are called dahlias. They are just gorgeous. This is kind of a spring colors, to be honest, but it's very popular. The blush and the ivories at these weddings. Pretty happy with them. What do y'all think? Now we are set up to make boutonnieres. I'm gonna make a total of 11 boutonnieres and 5 corsages. All right, so here are our boutonnieres. I think they came out really nice. And then over here are the corsages, and then some more boutonnieres. That's the grooms. Yay! Now on to arbor arrangements and centerpieces. Okay guys, so I am about to start on the arbor arrangements. I'm going to show you what I have going on in the barn. I got to do arbor arrangements, and then I got to do 3 centerpieces for a couple downstairs tables, and then the other tables downstairs we're going to be doing eucalyptus garland, just free laying it on the tables tonight, and that'll be on 5 tables. And then I've got to do 2 large head table arrangements, and I believe that's it. Yay. But first I'm drinking a cup of coffee, but let me show you what I have going on in here, kind of my setup and how this goes. All right, so I've brought all my florals and greenery into the barn. These are the floral cages that I use to make the arbor arrangements. I also have my laptop in here where I can watch some videos while I work, because it is something that gets my mind off of it. Those are going to be my 3 centerpieces, and then like I said, some of these tables down here are going to have garland going down them with floral, and then you can see all of our lovely trash that we have to pick up. But it's going to be a lot of work. But first I need coffee, and you know what goes best in that coffee? My raw milk cream, which is conveniently located right there.
Just put little man down for a nap, so I'm gonna head out there and see if I can't finish running the rest of that wire so that I can start working on the individual paddock fencing, which is gonna start with me hammering stakes in the ground. Thanks a lot for all the extra work, Peppa. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Well, the very first interior paddock is complete. About to trim a little more grass off the line, and then I gotta weed kill the line, but it's pretty much complete. I'm about to see if I can't call them over here and let them in. All that work we did was not in vain. They're using it, look! Look at them! Look at them! They're using their new paddock. They like it. Love it, huh? Yeah. We're gonna have a bunch of these, but this very first paddock, this is the Commons paddock. It's the very first paddock that we just opened up is one of the interior paddocks. It's gonna run straight back here, and then everything on that other side of the parking lot past that fence there, we'll show you here in a second. That's all considered the second paddock. So let's go look at it. That's all considered this first temporary paddock. So let's go look at it. Hey, you like the new paddock? Yeah? Good girl. Come here. Come here. That's a good girl, Peppa. You doing a good job. All them sheep still there? They still alive? Oh, I sure hope so. I don't know. It looks like 12, but I'm not sure. Good job. Let's go look at them. They're all coming to me. I better close this up. Every time they see this mule now, they come running. You wanna go see those sheep real quick?
Yeah.
All right, you gotta be real calm. Yeah. Hey, Hey, Pippa. Hey, girls. Say hey, girls. Tell the girls. Say hey. Hey, girls.
Let's get better.
Hey, girls. Look, here they come. Here they come. Look. Hey, here they come. All right, calm down. If you want the sheep to come, you gotta calm down. Calm down. Oh, they got scared. We need food. We need food to get these sheep to come to us. Oh, Pippa getting you. She licked you. And I just want to note, I opened up this new area because this commons paddock is mostly eaten down to Bermuda grass. And that is exactly what we wanted. Even left some of the crabgrass. They just love this cerisa grass. The cerisa, for the most part, has been stripped. The stalks are either eaten or stripped. Few leaves left on each stalk. They are not thick anymore. They've eaten a lot of it. They're leaving a lot of this crabgrass. They're leaving most of the Bermuda grass. So it was time to move them over. This will be pretty cool because this will be the first paddock. I wanted to do this one first because this is the first paddock that we will have had other than this commons paddock that leads up to the gate. It's the first paddock that we've had that we will be able to see the sheep actually eating in the paddock. It'll be pretty cool. And what I mean by that is see them from over at our house. So when they're pigging out over here in this very first paddock, we'll be able to see them at the house. Well, I think they're liking it. And Pippa has more space to run. She's really liking it. Where are we going? Faster? How fast? Too fast. Too fast, too furious. What you think about that?
Too furious.
Hold on. Wait for Daddy. They're not used to you just yet. Shocked you again? Yeah, you gotta not touch that white wire. Look. This one's name is Dot. You see the dot on her head? She's very friendly. Say, come here, Dot.
Second me on my pants.
Shocked you on your pants? Good thing you're wearing those Crocs, huh? Hey, look how sweet she is. Isn't she sweet? Look, pet her head, nice and easy. You gotta pet her slow.
Look at my hand.
Shocked your hand?
Yeah.
You're a tough boy. All right, get down so you can pet her head. There you go, pet her through here. There you go, you got her. All right, look, pet her through this hole right here, this hole. You see, like this. See, like Daddy, pet her where Daddy's hand is. Good girl. Here, pet her where Daddy's hand is. Just right through here. Look, there you go, through there. There you go. Good job. Oh, you got her, you pet her. Can you pet her again? You want to go in there with them and pet them?
Yeah. Of course.
Okay, hold on. Look. You see? Pet her. Pet her. Good job.
That name is Dot.
Yeah, that one's name is Dot. That's right.
Oh, it's a barber's foot.
See if she can pet that one.
Like that.
Look, you gotta stay down. Stay seated down. This is what Daddy does. Good job. Look, Dot's trying to eat out of your hand. Pet her. Good job.
I put it on my dear.
Yeah, you did. Dot likes you, huh? Look, she licked you. Yeah, she might like that one. That's a big one. Look, she'll eat it out your hand. She's licking you, Asher. Here, give her another one. Here, give her another one.
It bites.
She won't bite you. It's okay. What? All right.
Daddy.
All right, I'll put it out there a little farther, okay? There you go. Here, sit down. You gotta sit back down. Good job. Don't throw it. Look, they're gonna come to you. You gotta sit down. Stay seated, baby. Stay seated.
You come to me. coming to me?
Yeah, they're gonna come to you. Just stay sit down.
Is she dead?
Hey. Look, there she comes. There they come. Put it back in there. Let them eat it out of the bucket, and when they're eating out of the bucket, then you pet them. Look, there's Pippa. You're okay.
What me? What Peppa? This sock.
Here we go. Hit it again. Whoa! Dude, that was a good hit. All right. Yeah, let's do another one. Whoa! Good job. It's like a second time to ever play this. All right, let's do it again.
I got it.
Let's do it. Boom! Good job. Whoa, you swung hard that time. Yeah, it's literally like the second time I've ever brought him back here to play this. It's right here by his trampoline, but he just never shows much interest, and he's knocking these out of the park. Hey, let's see, what is it? Nope, that's one of these. You see these? These are really pretty, but only birds can eat these. They're actually poison to us. It's called a buckthorn cherry. Yeah, you do not want to eat that.
That's this one.
They're poison. Are they nasty? No, don't eat that. Ugh. What? Go. What? You dropped your water gun. It's right there. All right, Mama's still working on the flowers in there, and it's past 6 o'clock. So we're about to go in there and help her do some cleanup, because she'll be done here shortly, I hope. Move some tables around. And Asher and I just cleaned the mule to get it ready for the wedding tomorrow. And just got to do some trash taken out and a few other miscellaneous odd jobs. And then we're going to be going inside for something to eat. So we have to wake up really early. Tomorrow's a morning wedding, and they are going to be here on the property at 5 a.m. and which they're leaving early, so we give them earlier access time. They're leaving at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, which is great for us. We just have to wake up really early, which also means that I will not be able to milk Autumn in the morning. So we do not have the evening chore of putting Maple up. But hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, comment, subscribe, share this video. It helps us out a lot. Thank you so much, guys. God bless.